Well, hello, good morning everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back and I have Bluetti MAXOAK. I have the AC20. This runs for about $219 on Amazon at the time of me filming this video. The portable power generator. So this thing is really cool. You can charge USB on your phone. You can charge this thing, this whole unit, using a wall outlet or a solar panel. And on the back there's a single AC outlet so you can power small devices. Big brother just arrived. I have a new unit from Bluetti that I want to share with you guys today. Haven't seen my video on the AC20, please take a look. I'll put a link to it in the description box down below. Model EB150. This one retails for around $1,400 on Amazon. This is by MAXOAK Bluetti, power indoors and outdoors. I think this is going to be a really good unit for taking out to the woods and doing things like what I do, because I use this one all the time and it works good for charging my batteries and my cameras. Works good charging my phone. So this here, there are some specifications here. The capacity is 1500 watt hours. It has a lithium ion battery. The charge time with the AC adapter takes about 9 hours. And if you're using solar panels, and they say not to go higher than 500 watts, which my solar setup here is 200 watts. So it says 4 hours. So I'm guessing with my 200 watt solar setup it would probably take like 6, maybe 7 hours, something like that, I'm guessing. And then this is the part that really blows me away. Continuous output power, 1000 watts max at 110 volt AC. And the cool thing about that AC outlet is it's a pure sine wave power, so it's good for medical equipment, it's good for computers, backups, things like that. Things that when you need them, they are there. Now it says that it has, that's the AC output. The DC output, it's got 4 USB ports, 5 volt 3 amp max output, and it's got one 12 volt 9 amp port, and then it has a type C PD port, 45 watts. The dimensions of the product are 371.5 millimeters by 165.4 millimeters by 364.7 millimeters. So I'm very excited about this new product, this new offering from Bluetti, from MAXOAK. I think it's going to be cool. It says right here that it's ideal for family use, use around the office, traveling, camping, which would be me, you know, shooting YouTube videos and taking it out for overnighters and things like that. Even though this thing's very heavy compared to this one, I use this one all the time and it works like a champ. Again, this one's about 220 bucks on Amazon and I love it. It goes with me just as much as my camera gear goes with me. You can use it for business, medical. Like I said, it's a sine wave constant power. Disasters, and for school applications. Very, very neat. That's a look at the packaging. Now let's go ahead and open this up and see what's actually inside. It says on the other box that it came in, and the shipping was very well packaged. It had clear arrows saying that the package needs to be this side up, and it was delivered that way. It was delivered face up, so I was happy about that. First thing I see here is the warranty card, and it looks like possibly an owner's manual as well. Certificate 2019 is the year, and it was May 15th. And here is the user's manual. The box here in the top, this box is a little bit heavy, not too bad. But let's see what's included in this box. Looks like we have a power cord to a standard US power cord, and then this guy right here. So I'll set that aside. The next thing I see, so this must be the charger for the unit. So, because the power cord would plug in there, and then this would plug into power or charge the unit. So that's kind of cool. And then right here, wow, this is nice. I really like this. Here's the cord to plug into the unit to charge, and these are the solar panel connectors. Wow, I could plug this baby directly into my solar panels. That is cool. Big thumbs up for me for that. This thing is really nice. You could charge that baby. That's cool. So if you had like a van or something, or an RV, and you wanted to put some solar panels on the top and run wires down to this unit, you could plug these babies right in. I like that. Big thumbs up. Huge. That's cool. Very, very cool. The last unit, the smaller one, the AC20, did not come with these. So if you look at the packaging, everything is really nicely foam protected. And this unit here is kind of heavy. Alright, I pulled it straight out of the box. Comes packaged very well. It has plastic around it. Big old thing of silica gel down in there. So let's take a closer look at this unit. That's what the front looks like, or the side rather. There's the back. 2 AC outlets at 1,000 watts of output. That handle is very beefy. Man, this thing looks tough. It feels solid. There's the front of the unit. Right here is where you would plug it in to charge it. There's your power button. Then you have your DC power and your AC power buttons. And then here is your 4 USB ports. Pretty crazy. This thing is built nice. Look at that. And there's the sticker on the bottom. I'm going to turn this unit on. We will see the digital readout here on the unit. And I want to test. I have a grinder here plugged into the back. And I'm going to turn on the AC power. So the AC power is on. Now let's remember that this unit can power 1,000 watts. So if you do the math on that, that's approximately 10 amps, 100 watts per amp. So this grinder is 7.5 amps. So the max that this grinder should pull is around 750 watts. Now that would be like the peak of what this grinder should do. The actual running of the grinder should come down from that, you know, if it's running under no load. But 7.5 amps under full load. So let's go ahead and look at these bottom numbers, and we'll see if it's going to power this grinder. That's crazy. The numbers went up into the 400s, and then they went down to about 319. And this was a no load. I didn't load this thing up at all. But I am very, very impressed at how this performs. This thing is really, really cool. I love how they included a charger here for home. And I really love that they include those solar panel connectors that just plug in right there. The digital readout is excellent. There is a fan on the back, and again, this is pure sine wave. you have indicators here that show the input. So when you had your charger in, it'll tell you how many watts you're bringing in, and then when you turn on the DC power, it'll tell you the DC's on, and it'll tell you your DC wattage going out. And then if you turn on the AC, it'll tell you your AC wattage going out, and you can do them simultaneously. This is just crazy. I really like this unit. So I have the AC on and the DC on. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in and charge my phone a little bit. So let me get rid of those apps. There goes my phone. My phone is charging, and it's using 6 watts, which is nothing. That's crazy. So let's fire up the grinder again. Just for fun, just to take a look at the numbers. That's crazy. This unit is very impressive. I really like it. I'm reading a little bit of information about this, and it says that if you charge a smartphone using 10 watts of power, which I'm only using 6 watts right now, says you could charge your phone 128 times. Says if you're using a camera, you're charging it at 15 watts, you could do that 84 times. It says you could charge a drone 54 times. If you've got a 5-watt LED light, it would run for 255 hours. That's 10.6 days. That is remarkable. The next thing that it says is if you have a fan running at 12 watts, that the fan would run for 108 hours. If you have a laptop computer that's drawing 50 watts of power, you would run that for 26 hours. If you have a television, which is about 60 watts of power, they say that you can run that for 22 hours. And if you have a miniature refrigerator running 60 watts of power, you could power that for 21 hours. That is just crazy. It's just crazy what this thing will do. I love the digital readout. I love how the indicator shows clearly what the battery's doing. I'm going to identify some of the parts here. I probably already have, but it says you have your master power button, you've got your DC power button, your AC power button, you've got your LED indicator lamps, right here, these little lights, and then you've got your 5-volt USB ports. That would be E, that's these guys that I'm using. And then you got your PD Type-C output port, which is really cool. That would be probably used for charging my GoPro. Got your display screen, and again, if it turns off, you just push a button and it turns back on. And you've got your charging port, you've got your 12-volt cigarette lighter, so if you're maybe a truck driver or something and you have all of your 12-volt stuff, probably could run as long as it's no more than 9 amps. Remember, 1,000 watts is about 10 amps. But they say on 12 volt you could do 9 amps. And then of course on the back we have those dual 110 volt sine wave power. Operating and storage environment may influence the product's life and the reliability of the performance. So remember to place the product in a dry, well ventilated area with mild temperatures. Anywhere from 0 degrees centigrade to minus 40 degrees centigrade. And humidity needs to be between 10 and 90%. Place the product in a safe area where it will not be hit or shaken. Keep the product away from corrosive and combustible materials. The product will turn itself off when the battery voltage is too low. If this happens, you need to charge the battery within 2 to 3 hours. Please fully charge the product before storage and charge it at least once every 3 months. And this owner's manual is really well written. Cold weather can influence battery capacity. In sub-zero temperatures, less than 0 degrees centigrade, you may be able to discharge the product, but you should not charge it. Otherwise, the battery of the product will be greatly damaged and the capacity may not be recovered. Low temperature charging protection. When the product is charged at temperatures below 0 degrees centigrade, it will shut off and stop charging itself automatically. The product will reboot and start charging itself when the temperature rises above 10 degrees centigrade. Low temperature discharging protection. If the product is discharged at a temperature of minus 20 degrees centigrade, it will turn off. The product will reboot and turn on output when the temperature rises to above minus 10 degrees centigrade. The battery icon indicates the battery level of the product. It's displayed in 5 segments. When the battery is being charged, the icon will flash. When the battery is fully charged, the icon will stop flashing and all 5 segments will be filled. So I'm guessing it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100%. That's what I'm guessing. Intelligent cooling control. Cooling fan will start working automatically when the following conditions are met. If the load of inverter exceeds 400 watts, if the load of the 5-volt USB exceeds 10 watts, the USB-C Type-C exceeds 30 watts, or the 12-volt cigarette lighter exceeds 50 watts. The charging power of attached appliances exceeds 100 watts. Besides, generator intelligent system will adjust the PV input or AC output power based on the outdoor case temperature to keep the outer case at a touchable temperature. Do not use the machine when the cooling fan is broken. So here is a list of the specifications. Feel free to pause the screen if you want to hang on to that information right there. This is a very nice product. Here's some more specs on the unit. It feels solid. Feels like something that I could almost leave in my vehicle. And I mean, the amount of power and stuff that you can get out of this is remarkable. This one works excellent for charging my phone and my batteries and stuff for my cameras. It's awesome. Very nice units. I am charging the unit. I plugged it into the wall outlet. I have a bright red indicator. And on the back here of the unit it says red indicator when charging, green when fully charged. And if you look at the readout, I can see that I'm charging at 162 watts right now. This thing is nice. This is a very, very nice unit. And I'm still charging my phone. My phone's at 99%. It's about to be done. I'm really interested in what other types of things can I do with the AC units back there. Charge power tool batteries, run, you know, I've already ran my grinder. I want to test it under a load and see what kind of draw the grinder produces, you know, how much wattage and stuff it's going to pull. But this unit is very, very nice. I like it a lot. I could see that this thing's going to work very well for me. Doing a little bit of reading in the owner's manual here, and it says if the product malfunctions, error codes will be displayed on the screen. It also says when the product is powered on but not in use, the product will turn itself off after 60 seconds of inactivity. I'm going to show you the codes on the screen here for troubleshooting. There are the codes that it'll put out. Then it goes to the next page and it has more codes. This just seems like a very intelligent unit. I love the digital output display. It's amazing. The question that I have is, will this charger also charge this one? I don't know, but I've got a lot of reading to do to find that out. I'm just super excited about this unit. It just screams quality. It's built very solid. It kind of reminds you of a computer tower, you know. So referring back to this port, they included this, which plugs into there, and it makes it a 12-volt outlet. So having this on this unit is nice because it eliminates the need for this piece right here. You've got the port right there. This one charges at a much higher rate plugged in, 163 watts, and fluctuates, and this one charges at 31 watts. And I want to see how well it charges the Warrior X by Olight. So you see I got the green indicator right there. Now it's red. It's charging at 4 watts. So the Warrior X is charging at 4 watts. That's crazy. That's nothing. So all this light duty stuff can easily be done while simultaneously charging. No problems at all. Let's add charging our phone to the mix. So now we are drawing 11 watts between the phone and the Warrior X charging. Still nothing. 10 watts. So we could do this 128 times. That's crazy. Right now I have the charger from this unit, and I want to see if it'll charge this unit. So I plug it in, and the wattages jump up around 15, 17, 16, 18. So it appears to be working. So I would think that in a pinch or in a stretch, you could use this to charge this unit. So I think that's pretty neat. It's up to 19 right now, 19 watts of charging, 20. So I think that's pretty cool. If you wanted to just leave it, you know, like maybe plugged in indefinitely, I think that you could probably get away with it by doing it this way. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I like that the charge port is on the front of this unit, whereas on this one the charge port is in the back. I kind of like it being on the front. So this one charges, I'm looking at about 22 watts right now on this one. 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm coming back over here. 17, 16, 17, 18. Pretty interesting. Well, right now we're looking at the back of one of my 100-watt panels, and you can see that these connectors plug right in. Very clean connection right there, and that's all I have to do. Plug those babies in. Now I can go put this outside in the sun and plug this into my Bluetti EB150. My 100-watt panel there. And then I've got the EB150. Let's plug that baby in and see what happens. We are charging at 46, 50, 55, 57, 62, 65 watts. That's doing pretty good considering that's only a 100-watt panel. I'm very impressed. It does good. Now let's take a look at the AC20. Let's plug that in. See what kind of charging it does. What kind of numbers does the AC20 show? 22, 23, so the high 20s. 21. So definitely on the EB150 we are getting much more charging. There's 47, 50, 55, 61, 62. That's crazy. That's pretty good wattage for just free energy from the sun. That would be pretty significant as far as charging. So that's a cool setup. And that's just using one panel. 62 watts. So if you were an off-gridder, or maybe lived in a tiny house or something like that, you had a small solar system, you could definitely charge something like this off of solar energy. Right now the unit is turned off. I'm going to plug in the charging wire. You can see that the fan starts and we are charging at 160 something watts, fluctuating between 160 and 165. That is so neat. Well, I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video. I hope that you got some good, useful information out of this video. Again, I want to say thank you to MAXOAK, to Bluetti for sending this out for review. I really like it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to make sure to check the description box down below, because I'll put links to where you can find both of these units. Also, you can purchase these solar cables separately. They're only 11 bucks on Amazon if you have one of these smaller units. So I thought that was really cool. I'm just very excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I loved it. I think this is going to do very good things for me as a YouTuber, you know, being able to charge batteries and things on the go. I think it's really cool because this unit has been great for me. With all that being said, please feel free to leave comments down below, like this video, share this video, and as always, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.